Never thought I'd be saying this, but props to Ichigo Kurosaki. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. This chapter of Bleach really showcased development and growth for the character. I mean, one of the things about Bleach, one of my favorite things back in the day was when, you know, he had the hollow taken over and he would go crazy and shit like that. And it was one of those things where it's like, at some given point, this character has to overcome this. He has to grow, he has to thrive, he can't continue to be down that path. As interesting and exciting as it was of like, oh my god, Ichigo is losing it, he just pierced through Uryu and shit like that, like all that was fine and dandy and it was, you know, really exciting, but he has to grow, and this chapter showed just that. It showed his growth, that he could finally control those amazing powers and then some, because this motherfucker is just about everything. If he was in our society, he'd be a fucking every race you could think of. He's Asian, he's fucking Hispanic, he's white, he's black. Like, yo, dude is everything, and he managed to not master it, but at least get some control over it. One of the things to note about this chapter, aside from the fact that Ichigo's character design, yet again, I gotta say it looks boss as fuck, is that Ichigo said he still can't bring it out at will. He still is far from mastering it. And if you notice, there's a pattern with a couple different characters, like Kenpachi, for example, how he can't master, or his Bankai isn't mastered yet either. There still needs to be a little bit more training done so that he can master it. So Ichigo still isn't completely where he needs to be. Neither is Kenpachi. Maybe there's gonna be some downtime at some given point so these characters can actually master this thing, so we can see them at their true peak potential. Because again, like, as awesome as this is right now, this Ichigo versus Bach, it feels like the final fight and everything, there's still more to go, because there's still the war potential, there's still Aizen in the wings and shit like that. There's still more fights left to happen. I don't believe that this is done, especially again, all the plot lines that Kubo has set up and things of that nature. Plus, not to mention, Kenpachi still needs to master his Bankai. Ichigo just said in this chapter that his form ain't mastered yet, so I'm still feeling like this isn't the end. There's still a lot more to come. And you even get to see a speed boost and just everything about Ichigo in this chapter, where he went out at Orihime's barrier without her even noticing it, and like, she was like, what the fuck? So you even see he got a lot faster and everything. Like, I'm really excited to see more of this, because again, Bach has the powers of the Soul King, and let's be clear right here about one thing: he's not done at all. Even though that was epic as fuck at the end, how he ripped through half of Bach's body and shit like that, Bach ain't done, no way, no how. That's the powers of the Soul King, not to mention Bach's own powers, not to mention everything about, you know, the Almighty and everything. Bach ain't done yet, but damn, that was sick. And another thing, fans have been for years saying, hey bro, Ichigo, when you gonna do something else besides Getsuga Tensho? I mean, he did do that Getsuga Juzo or whatever the fuck it was called, but it was basically Getsuga Tensho. This one, finally, he did a combo, even though it's still kind of Getsuga Tensho, but it was a combo with a Cero, so it was like, oh shit, he's actually embracing the hollow side of him as well. It's not just only, I'm using my Quincy powers only. Like, he's using all of it and truly showing that everything he has obtained up until this point matters, which is great, because again, like, Ichigo's been through a lot. He's had a lot of different fucking forms. He's had a lot of different powers revealed within him, so the fact that he's utilizing all of it in this fight against Bach, good shit. And I mean, this chapter definitely felt a bit short, but it was, I guess, just a whole revelation of who Ichigo is now and how much he's changed. And I mean, seeing that grand Cero, what was it called, Flash of the Hollow King, that was fucking hype. With all that being said, honestly, for Ichigo's character and for this fight, you know, heating up more, I mean, even Bach being thrown off, which kind of makes me wonder, is he not using the Almighty still? Because he was kind of like, same old predictable shit, you're gonna use Getsuga Tensho or whatever. So either Bach can't see the future of what Ichigo's gonna do, or he's still not using that power of the Almighty to see the future. And again, for an Ichigo-centric chapter showcasing his development, the fight with Bach heating up and shit like that, I want to say it's anywhere from an 8.5 to a 9. This was very good to great, especially for Ichigo's character, because, I mean, it took a long-ass fucking time to get here and shit like that, but we're here finally. Ichigo has grown up, he's learned to master this shit, and he has this incredible power. Hopefully he uses it in a smart way and doesn't get dusted by Bach, leading into more bullshit. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, what do you think about Ichigo's new form? How did you feel about his transformation, and how do you feel about him using Ceros finally? Like, something a little bit different from just the typical Getsuga Tensho. And what do you think is going to happen regarding this fight? Do you think that Bach is going to win once again and it's going to lead into something else? That way Kenpachi and Ichigo can train a little bit more to get a little bit more mastered into their forms. And your overall thoughts of this? Honestly, Bleach right now is at a very good high point, and I really am happy about that, because, you know, Bleach be wonky sometimes. We'll have some really good shit with Kenpachi and then it'll slide back down and shit, but like right now Bleach is at a high point, and that's fucking awesome. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk me on Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.